Dude. Wemby on Gregg Popovich yelling at him for the first time. Guys, oh my goodness. He got yelled at. Oh my goodness. He's gone. He's not going to stay. He's going to ask for a trade.
All right.
Oh, I hate that I got to use San Antonio Spurs official account. God, you do not copyright me. You better not copyright me. For the love of God, don't copyright me. And then there's a Doug McDermott one. Oh, gosh. Okay, don't. Oh, and there's no closed caption. Guys, is there anyone else that posted this? Please, for the love of God, I don't want to risk this. News. Someone told me to talk about the Jimmy Butler thing. I guess we'll talk about that after this segment, but I don't have any thoughts about it. I mean, he looks cool. He's obviously trolling, but it looks cool. All right. Screw it. All right, let's do it. Let's risk it. I'm going to speed it up. Maybe they won't hate me.
All right. Vic, how's the first couple of days of practice
been? Check case. Okay. Sorry, I know it feels like I'm stalling. I'm really just trying not to like. This is 3 months ago. Screw it, guys. We're like a minute in, and I still haven't started the video. I apologize. I can't. Let's just listen to. This is the wrong one. Did I miss it?
You know, it's only the morning of the second day so far, but it's been intense, and yeah, it's been good. You know, it's everything I expected. So close from tip off of the season.
Has it been a continuing theme, the defensive improvement? Has that been stressed by the
Keldon dislocated shoulder? No, send it to me on Twitter.
So everything is coming very, very fast. I'm saying what's coming fast is all the information, the new set plays, the principles. There's a lot of stuff that I've never seen before that I don't know, and it's hard, but you got to be focused when you're on the court, because you lose attention 1 second, you're screwed for the next 15 minutes.
This might be a dumb question, but is there like homework involved? Do you have to take like playbooks home or film or anything like that?
It's really personal. It really depends from one another. But honestly, I've talked about the coaches about getting more information, and they keep telling me to not worry that it's gonna come naturally, because like it's gonna come eventually.
How much of those open runs do you think help you guys heading into practice, just trying to get a little bit of familiarity with your teammates?
Were you talking about what we did before?
Yes.
I mean, it was very useful in order to get to know each other, I think, because the game is more free in those open runs, and you really can see the personality on the court of my teammates, and it's been good. But I'm sure this will be more intense and very, very useful in just a couple of days, actually.
Victor, you had boxing workouts with James Lehart. What do you think you gained from that?
It was just good in terms of cardio. I've rarely done boxing before, but it's a really good, everything that differs from basketball to get your body moving and going.
I want to hear about him getting yelled at by Pop. This is in French. You going to answer in French?
Pour moi, comme je disais, on peut
I'm sorry, French. I'm sorry, my French peeps.
Is that from the last couple of days?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm not gonna name anybody, but if you screw up at one point on something the coach told you specifically to not do or to do, it's everybody on the line. You run a full court, down and back, or something else. Depends on the mood of the coach.
Has Pop yelled at you yet?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It came later than I expected, but yeah, finally.
I'm
glad that he yelled at me.
Have you been to
I'm glad that he yelled at me. What is this? What is this? Gosh, dude. I know I said earlier like about Tim Duncan and chat got a little mad at me about it, but like, dude, thank God for Tim Duncan though, honestly. Like truly, like this is a cultural thing. This is a cultural shift, right? Like he created this type of atmosphere where we have this superstar, like bigger than life, big most popular famous player since LeBron coming into the league. And he says he wants to be yelled at, and he's happy that he's been yelled at. Also saying that it came later than expected. I think that really shows that Popovich is probably fishing for things to yell at him about. Most coachable player in history. I'm glad he yelled at me. That's insane. That's insane. Should I name this video? Victor Wembanyama is glad he was yelled at. Victor Wembanyama wants to be physically abused, or not physically, verbally abused. I don't know.
The whole team running it?
I don't think so. No.
That's good. Has there been a specific plan? It's really early in training camp. Has there been a specific plan in terms of the way you're playing, or is there a lot more maybe experimentation at this point that you've noticed?
So far, there hasn't been too much experimentation because all of us are really. I mean, all the rookies.
Gregg says Wemby step on me energy.
And the new guys, we're trying to learn everything we can and stay locked in for the whole two plus hours of practice because we really don't know much about what's happening really, and the more experienced guys are trying to show us the way. So it's not really the time for experimentation. I would say that's more the coach's job.
Look, Pop did say one of the questions he wanted to learn at camp was, are you a 4, are you a 5, are you a 3? Do you like the fact that they're trying to figure out different combinations that could work best for you?
Yeah, I mean, it just goes without saying that I'm playing sometimes the same role as Trey Jones, sometimes the same as Zach Collins, sometimes as Devin Vassell. There's really no limitations. So
Devin Vassell, who's that? Who's Devin Vassell?
And on a lot of set plays, a lot of plays, it really depends on where you are. But I can be the point guard just like I can be the wing. It doesn't matter.
Along those same lines.
That's another thing. He can also bring the ball down the court, which is insane.
You guys have talked about how.
And one thing that I always said was I really want Malachi Branham, because he's gonna run quite a bit of point. I want him to be a threat as soon as he crosses half court. Not many guys can do that, but if he can manage to develop like a pull-up three-point shot, that would be perfect, right? And I think that Wemby, the type of player he is a threat as soon as he goes past half court. Like I think that could be a good option as well. Here and there, not Wemby run the point all the time, but Malachi's a sleeper. Oh, for sure, dude, for sure. I keep saying this. He's gonna be the biggest jump. I think most people are gonna think, wow, Devin Vassell made a huge jump, but I think it's gonna be very similar to what his jump was last season into this. Well, not last season. Oh my God, the season prior to this season. Oh my God, what his jump from 2022 into 2023. But people didn't necessarily get to see that huge jump, and only Spurs fans got to notice it because we actually pay attention to the games. And I don't think that he'll be necessarily like way better than what we've seen this past season. He was just injured for most of it. But I think Malachi is going to be the one that makes the biggest jump out of anybody. So
there are multiple players on this team who can initiate offense,
yes.
Bring the ball up the court. Has that been evident so far in the first few days?
Yeah.
Bassey making the biggest jump. Trust me. I ain't gonna trust you on that one. I don't think so. He's also coming off of an injury, right? Was he injured the entire season? I think he's coming off an injury.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. Yeah. We see some. I can see that some players some of my teammates are really developing into new roles that I didn't see before, and it's good to see.
Victor, your post-practice routine, your daily routine when you take your nap, has that changed much from your days in France, or are you trying to keep that significant?
It's changed from my days in France for sure, because I got to worry about a shit ton of less stuff. Last year I wasn't just a player; I was also a GM. I had to make sure the floor was clean before we had to practice. I had to make sure my teammates were lifting. I had to make sure of a whole lot of other stuff. So now I'm really more free.
Hold on. Did I hear that correctly? Did he just say he was basically the GM? LeBron? Le GM? Hold on.
Last year.
What?
Or is it, are you trying to keep that significant?
Wait, is he? Hold on. I'm sorry. I gotta re-listen to that.
Some players are, some of my teammates are really developing into new roles that I didn't see before, and it's it's good to see.
Victor, your post-practice routine, your daily routine when you take your nap, has that changed much from your days in France, or is it, are you trying to keep that significant?
His daily routine? He's not joking? He's not joking about this? He ran his own team in France? Am I missing something?
It's changed from my days in France for sure, because I gotta worry.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Mets 92. Yeah, they weren't really that. Okay. What? Guys, this is huge, though.
About a shit ton of less stuff. You know, last year I wasn't just a player. I was also a GM. You know, I had to make sure the floor was clean before we had to practice. I had to make sure my teammates were lifting. I mean, I had to make sure of a whole lot of all the stuff. So now I'm really more free, and I'm really, you know, when I come in the morning, I know there's going to be physios and coaches to take care of me, no matter the hour of the day, and so I get my mind is more at rest than last year.
Yesterday there was a special visit with Timmy. Today there was any special visits?
I don't think so. No.
Just
Yeah, just you guys.
Did you get any time yesterday with Timmy?
No.
Okay, so going back to that, that's insane. I didn't know all of that. He is just joking? I don't know if he is. Dude, that's huge. Do you guys know how that team was so successful last season? They were a well-oiled machine. I watched the French playoffs. They were a well-oiled machine. And that was basically him? I mean, I knew them receiving this type of talent would make them better. I had no idea that he took on such a leadership role that he was basically doing everything. That's crazy. He's like 12 years old. Wemby's like 8 years old. What the heck is he gonna be when he becomes a man? Dude is like 4. What?
Because, you know, right when we're done, I got to run home to nap because we got practice in the afternoon. So and I think he left after practice. So I don't know. I didn't get to talk to him.
Not to flash forward too
And
quick.
then he can only just focus on basketball with the type of team that we have. He only has to focus on basketball. Dude, he's gonna be a monster. What the heck? He was doing all of that while having to manage the team? Picking his players, making sure that they're eating right, making sure he's a good nutritionist for them, making sure that they're in the gym. What were you guys doing at 3? When you were a 3-year-old, what were you doing? This is what Wemby was doing when he was 3. What were you doing when you were a 3-year-old? Get your money up, not your funny up.
But you guys do have a preseason game coming up in less than a week against OKC. Chet Holmgren over there is a guy people think, you know, you two can have some battles for years and years. Do you look at things like that just around the league? This generation, your generation, we're going to be battling for decades.
Yeah, a little bit. You know, I think there's a lot of talent coming, either that's already been developing in the league for a couple of years or coming this year or even coming in next years. And Chet Holmgren.
There was also a fight between 2 players at Mets 92 during his time. He breaking up fights. Oh, I might have to Gregor says Spurs playoff bound. I might have to reconsider.
He's a really good player. I played against him once, a couple of years back. But of course, he's part of the great players of this generation, let's say.
Where did you play against him?
Who's got the answer here? Nobody knows?
17.
Yeah, in Latvia. In 2021, I think. 2021?
We'll take a couple more French.
Tous les coéquipiers depuis quelques jours parlent de l'importance de la défense.
Oh, this is in French. I'm sorry, guys. You guys stupid.
C'est même là-bas. Faut pas.
Comment c'est bien ici, je pense que c'est moderne. Qu'est-ce que toi t'apprécies ici par rapport aux installations en France?
Wow, bah. Mais l'installation en soi, il n'y a même pas de comparaison possible. Un peu de connaissance.
Est-ce qu'il y a un truc précis qui t'a marqué ici?
attentif, quoi.
Comment tu peux nous raconter?
J'ai vraiment le sentiment que de la part des joueurs, il y a cette énergie qui sort un peu du cœur et de l'intérieur, quoi. Et pour les Spurs, c'est tout à fait logique qu'ils me suivent. Et puis, une surprise si...
Okay, that's it. Dude, that was really good. That was really good. This is insane, man. I'm getting like so excited. I had no idea. One person in the chat is saying that he's just joking. I don't know. It didn't seem like he was really joking. It didn't seem like he was joking about that. Who goes to the bench, Sochan or Keldon? The more I think about it, it might be Trey Jones. It might be Trey Jones. If I had to choose between Sochan and Keldon, I would put Keldon to the bench. I think that even though Sochan has played as a 6-man in Baylor, I just think that Keldon, like his type of energy, really lends itself well to the bench. Yeah, I just think it does. That little second burst of energy would be nice, him coming off the bench. But yeah, if I had to choose a player that have to come off the bench, I would say Keldon. If what I'm starting to lean towards though is Trey Jones might come off the bench. Your cat is bothering you again? Yes, she's messing with me. So look, check this out. Hopefully she doesn't jump over here once I show you this. I put this in the way. This is her like cat backpack, okay? When I go places, sometimes I put her in the cat backpack, all right? It's a nice little thing, especially if you go to a park or something. Or you have to go to a hotel. So I put her in that. And I put it right next to me because she likes to jump off of my knee onto the table. But since it's blocking it, she's not able to just do that. So let me move it and see what happens. She just ran off. She just ran off. Your cat owns you? I think everyone's cat thinks that they own their owners. They're human. I think every cat believes that. Plot twist, City starts at point guard. I said this before and I'll say it again. I think Sidy Cissoko is a better passer than Jeremy Sochan. Obviously, Jeremy Sohan's the better overall player, him being able to guard 1 through 5. Sidy Cissoko can more so guard 3 through 5. But as far as being a point guard passing, I think Sidy's a better passer than Sochan. But Sohan's a good passer too, though. Obviously. Sochan to the bench. Spacing is needed. Wemby needs shooters around him. Well, that's the thing. Sochan and Keldon, shooting wise, they weren't. Were they really that? Well, I guess if you're making the assumption that Trey Jones starts, I guess I understand what you're trying to say. Yeah. But them shooting wise, I don't know. I mean, both were pretty inconsistent. Sochan was good at times. Keldon was good at times. If we're just basing off of last season, but when Keldon has a really good player around him, he's a pretty decent catch and shooter. So I ain't mad at that. That's fine. But I think that he'll have enough with Sochan out there. Sochan, hopefully he improved his 3-point shooting. But you got Zach Collins, who's going to space the floor. You got Devin Vassell, who will space the floor. Wemby himself will space the floor, right? But let's see. And then that would leave those two with Sochan and Trey. And I guess that is a little rough. I don't know. I'm really leaning towards Trey Jones just comes off the bench. Then you're perfect. Why not? That's a nasty team. Defensively, it's nasty. You get that balance that you're looking for. Tavarius. Sorry, I had to look at your name. If Jones go to the bench, second unit will be undersized and awful defense. Malachi, Trey, Doug, Mamu. Where's the D? Pause. Blake Wesley. I don't know. Blake Wesley's a good defender, and Sidy Cissoko is a great defender. So those are two great defenders right there, or really good defenders right there. Not great. I would say really good defenders. And I know you're saying undersized. Trey Jones is a good defender. But I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. You can get so creative with lineups. It doesn't really matter who comes off the bench or not. You can have somebody as a 6-man. They get just as amount of minutes as a starter, if not more. It doesn't really matter. I like that too. I like the idea of Keldon leading the bench. That me personally, I like that. The way Manu did. I really like that. He's more of an energy guy. He's more of a spark plug. That's what I like. I would like for him to come off the bench. That's a spark plug type player. and you want that as a 6 man. So I feel the original Big Three could have won championships, although I'm satisfied with 5. Oh, could have won more? I think you meant more. We were robbed a few times during the 20-year time. Dude, you are completely off topic right now. You reminisce about this, and we got Wemby, bro. And he's only 6 years old. Give me a few years to develop. Let him go through puberty first, and then we're gonna get a monster. I hope Bassie and Barlow can take a big jump this year. Yeah. My spoon is too big. What? Why do you think the defense would be good when it was so bad last year? Oh, I think on paper it should be really good. Yeah, I'm not bought into, oh, we will be like a top tier like defense. I'm just saying on paper we should be good. But I will say this, Wemby year 1, he's going to affect a lot. I mean, a lot. The way that people play here, this is a video I want you guys to go check out, okay? After this live stream, and I'm going to upload this whenever this video is uploaded, and you haven't seen this, please, for the love of God, go watch this video. It was uploaded by the Spurs. I can't play it because I would get in trouble, obviously, but let's see. Where is it? Gosh, it wasn't this far back, was it? I thought it was just like a few weeks ago. Let's see. Sorry, give me a second. Thinking basketball, here it is. Oh, it's by the NBA. Sorry. I thought it was the Spurs who posted it. Yeah, go watch this video. So it's posted by the NBA. It says breaking down Victor Wembanyama's unique skill set. Go watch this, and you will be convinced. It was uploaded 2 weeks ago. You will be convinced day 1 he's gonna affect so much defensively. Absolutely ridiculous. Go watch this video. It is so good. It's so well made. I love thinking basketball. Yeah, it's so well made. So yeah, go check out this video. Seen it? Yeah, I think a lot of people seen it, but I'm convinced that he's gonna make our defense way better day 1. But yeah, it's a more on paper type deal. I don't think that they'll be like top tier defense in the league. That's what I think Devin Vassell said that. Imagine Wemby going against Giannis. Oh gosh. Or Kevin Durant. This is going to be fun.